Hi everyone, my name is Abel Toma. I'm from GREYTEST Card Design Concept. This is actually my WhatsApp contact. You can reach me on this number, you can call me, okay? Now these are the list of the softwares which we have covered on our YouTube channel. Down below the description of this video you'll find a link to that channel. You can visit that channel and actually keep yourself busy. We have covered architectural booking drawings, structural designs and detailings, water designs, and then road designs, okay? Today I'm going to be showing you how to actually use your translational repeat on our STAADPRO Advanced Connect Edition. This training we started it on STAADPRO V8, okay, but we are going to be continuing in the Advanced Connect Edition. I've done the introduction part of this advanced edition in the episode 7. This is actually going to be the episode 8 of this training, okay? We now teach all of these softwares on our Telegram platform, where we'll give you all of these softwares. We'll guide you on how to install it and how to crack it on your system, and then we'll train you for 40 days, okay, until you attain mastery. Just for a token, you can DM me for more inquiries. Let's jump right into it. I'll click on new, and then you configure here. Make sure that you confirm whether it's actually conforms with your code of practice. You choose a template from there. You can choose the unit of measurement, and all that can be corrected there. So here I'm going to leave it at metric. English is actually feet, inches and pounds, okay? So I'm going to be using metric units, meters, millimeters, kilometers, okay? So I'm going to name this translational, okay, good. And then you can see the location here is going to be STAADPRO training. Like I stated earlier on, you can actually create a location for this, where if you go down your browse, okay, you can see under my, I can make it under desktop, and I'll just go click, and then I create a project. I can just name it folder rather. I can just leave it as new trans, okay? So if I make it new trans and I select, you can see from here, if I just go to new trans, okay, I'm on document, go to desktop, new trans, and I select. You can see now whatever design I do on STAADPRO, it automatically goes to new trans, but I already have a special folder which I have created for this for the whole training. So I'm going to leave it as STAADPRO training, and I click on select, okay. So right now I'm going to click on create, okay, good. Now this is actually what we are actually going to be designing. So I have explained in previous training on STAADPRO how you can actually interpret your X, your Y, and then your Z, okay? So we are actually going to be using this for today's training on translational repeat. So if this is our point 0, this is actually going to be our point of origin, so which is going to be X0, Y0, and Z0. You can visit the link down below the description of this video, so as you can to lay your hands more on the other previous episodes which we have covered. I have explained all of that in detail, how to understand your X, your Y, and then your Z axis. So I'm going to make this 0, and I click on enter. Now this is from here to here is going to be 5 meters. From here to here is going to be 9. From here to here is going to be 13. Okay, so I'm having 5 9 13 9, enter. Okay, sorry, this is 5, this is 9, okay, and this is 13. Okay, so I'm actually going to switch this to our front elevation is our plus Z, which I have explained in the previous episode of this training. Okay, so switching here, you can see this. At this point, I'm actually going to select all of this. You are going to pick on the node cursor tool, which if we come back to our select, you can see here we have our node cursor. So I'll now highlight on all of this. After highlighting, I'll come back to my geometry, and then I click on my translational repeat, and then here I'm going to make it the number of steps. You can see here you have a guide here showing you this is your start. So we have 1 2 as the step, so we have like a bay 1 2. I've explained all of this in the previous episode as well. So we are actually going to be copying that to in Z direction, in our global direction Z. Okay, so and then the span from here to here is 4 meters, from here to here is 3 meters, from here to here is 3 meters. So I have 4 3 3. Okay, so I'll make that 4 here, here 3, and then here I have 3. Okay, so I'm going to link this so as it's actually going to create like your beam lines. Okay, like your beam lines. Okay, so I'll click on OK. Now if I go to my view and I click on isometric view, now you can see this is actually what we have. Okay, now good. So I'll come back to my Z here, and I'm going to highlight all of this as well. I'll go back to my translational repeat, and then I'm going to make this like in the number of 3 stories, 2 rather. Let me just make it 2 suspended floors. So at each height is going to be 3 meters, so 3 meters height. Okay, so I'm going to link this as well, and I click on OK. Now you can see what we have. If I come back to my view and I go to my isometry, you can see what we have here. Okay, so here I can actually draw my beams. To do that, I'll just come down to my geometry, yes, and then click on add beam node, and then if I click here, drop, okay, so you can do all for all of this. Okay, so but then I can actually insert my beam clicking from here to here. That means you can see it's telling me that this support from here to here, so it's not actually breaking at each span here. So here it's actually going to be straight. You can see what the point I'm trying to make here. You can see here it's separate, but here there is no breakage. Okay, so if you already like what you're seeing, make sure you like this video and then give it a thumbs up. Okay, subscribe to this channel. It's actually free. Click on the bell icon so as to always get a notification whenever I post videos. I post videos like this on a weekly basis, sometimes on a daily, so as to encourage as many that wants to actually have a deeper insight of design. Okay, all right, good. I can view these other parts. let's come to my back view. Okay, to my side, let's okay. Now this is actually how to use your translational repeats. Okay, I can actually highlight some of these beams that I may not want to use, like the ones down here. For example, I can just take them off. Okay, I can highlight, I can just select on them, click on your control. Once you click on your control, sorry, I'm mistakenly selecting some of these beams that I'm not supposed to select. So okay, good. So I'm just going to leave this as it is, like this. Okay, you can go down to your properties. You can actually define your property. I'm actually going to be using concrete material, and our beams and our columns are actually going to be rectangular columns. So I can just specify the size of my beams and my column. So I'm going to be using a 230 by 230 beam column rather. I'm going to be using a 450 by 230 beam. Okay, so I just added these sections for that, and then if I come down here to my material, I'm actually going to be using, I can actually create a special grade of concrete for this design, but based on the code of practice which you have actually choose from your configuration before starting this design, is actually going to create this concrete material is actually going to be in conforming to that code of practice. Okay, so that is just how that is going to be. So I'm going to leave that as it is. If you go down to your specification here, you can actually make a specifications for your beams and your other structural members. Like I said from the beginning, your beams and your columns are actually represented most times as beams in the software called STAADPRO. Okay, so our support here, I can actually create a support, and then let's say I'm only going to be using a fixed support for this. So once I add that support, and then I come to my loading. Before then, here I've already have a property for, I have already created a section for this. This is for my column sections. All I need to do is just to go down to my select, and I come to parallel here, and I come to my Y, because it's actually column, and then I will assign to selected beams, and I assign, and I click on yes. Okay, so it's actually still loading. Okay, so make sure that you actually stay safe, and make sure that you actually stay blessed. Okay.